my friend, we are going to be playing an E flat augmented. Now, the whole thing about E flat and all other chords like E flat, D flat, A flat, G flat, these chords generally aren't played because people usually play a G and hardly ever do this. But if you learn how to play chords like this in right here and move it back, you will see one really cool concept. Our G major is the same, but now we've covered this note. Now, the B we're covering here, called a perfect prime. Both of these are the same exact note, meaning they have the same intonation. Their wavelengths are the exact same peak, same trough. So once playing this G major, what I'd like to show you is sometimes augmented chords, like our E flat augmented, just so happens to be the same as another chord. Chords have multiple names. So what we're going to cover today is just basically, if you know how to play your first finger on the second fret of the A string, you get a B note. When we're a rock star, try and play both of those two notes together. If not yet, no worries. Try to put just your middle finger down here on the C string, third fret. That's going to give you an E flat, the root of the chord, as it's the lowest note in all four strings. When we play our ring finger on the third fret as well, it's going to be hitting the G natural. Now, between the B, E flat, and G natural, that is the spelling of our augmented. Because when we play an E major, we have a 1, 3, 5. The key of E major is E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, E. Knowing that allows us to go, cool. All four of those notes that were the sharps, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, now become naturals. So once moving down, you say E flat, F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D, E flat. When we do this, it allows us to see that the notes that we're utilizing are the opposite in a scale of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 diatonically. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. If we have E all the way to E, that must mean that when we play these, it's going to be our triad. So for E flat, we would have an E, G, and a B. It just so happens when we take that E flat and then we take that G and then we have the B, what we're achieving is not a 1, 3, 5. It's a 1, 3 sharp 5 because that note is going up in tone. Pretty cool, huh? So being able to play this chord right here is awesome, possum, gravy, awesome. When we bar up this whole thing, put a secondary finger here and then put the pinky out on the D, we're achieving the same type of augmentation, but we're also putting in a higher intonation, meaning that top note, it's just gonna change the value of how we feel that that chord previously was vibrating, how it makes us feel. Cool. And then how about another one? When we go all the way up to the 8th fret and take a big old bar or improperly kind of play, I kind of feel like when you do this, make big gaps, it's very hard, but it is something that's done. If you're a rock star, try and play with your first finger and your third finger, splitting the gap here on the 8th fret, and then we're going to go up to the 10th fret, and then let your pinky play the two middle notes in the middle, but that's extremely hard to play a double bar with your pinky when we're just beginning. You need to get that really strong doing finger exercises, right? So I would suggest maybe just doing an improper stretch. Put it Put a first finger here on the 8th and then go all the way up here with your secondary finger and then wrap your 3 and 4 finger around to be playing on the 11th. If want to, you could do the same shape you did down here. Move it all the way up, right? And then just use your pinky to wrap over and hit that high harmonic. That works as well. It's gonna make it sound super good. Oh, you could also leave it out because that open G was in the original one. I hope all these shapes and more help you in your journey to learn how to play augmented chords. And subscribe to me.